Hi, I'm Rio Barber, and today we're getting inside the mind of local fashion designer Blake Mccabe. From graffiti get-ups to drag couture, his closet of designs is sure to have something for everyone. We are here with Blake Mccabe today. Thank you so much for being here, Blake. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
It all started back in about 7th grade. My most favorite time period had started out with Titanic. I started mixing like the hat of one outfit with the coat of another and the skirt of a different outfit, starting to style them together. Not even 2 weeks later after graduating high school, I started at Art Institute of Seattle for an AA in fashion design. 2013 is when I got the Most Fashion Forward Award for my collection.
And what collection was that?
That collection was men's flared coats, kind of like the 18th century sort of coats. And then they had like punk rocker or skinny jeans on with like chains and buttons.
So kind of like mix of Kiss.
Oh yeah, it was a mix of different eras, which was that was a real fun collection.
So many different inspirations for this. Do you have maybe a fashion idol?
Versace's probably my most favorite, especially with the Greek mythology background and things like that.
And for those of you who don't know, Blake was one of the designers for the Everybody fashion show last week here at UW.
I don't want to design the typical men's style that you're going to see all the time.
Yeah, well I mean, why try to fit in when you're born to stand out,
yeah.
Right?
Somewhat inspiration this year's been sort of Lana Del Rey. You know, you have the floral prints on my men's collection to relate to the Everybody fashion show. One of my models was Brian Gula. And he is actually well known as doing some acting with Fifth Avenue Theater. This costume it's not only 15 years old, but it's also the one that was worn by Hugh Jackman all these years ago, which just makes it so special. It's not necessarily the celebrity, but it's this costume that I'm altering has a story. And I think that's what's always the most touching about shopping for vintage and things like that. What's really trendy to this date is DIY, so do it yourself.
We are wearing our jeans today.
Yeah.
You actually made these for the Everybody this year that I got to model.
If you just grab fabric scraps and like sew it onto some jeans that you know, some fabric examples that you really like, then you're gonna be on trend with the patch trend. And you'll have your own like sort of customized pair of jeans. There had been this leftover canvas material that was at Art Institute. She'll be wearing this huge cape and it'll be the canvas without any paint on it. But when she opens it, there's paint and graffiti entirely on the inside of the cape and the dress. The mermaid sort of silhouette, which was also inspired somewhat by Gaga. So it's a reveal at the end of the show.
Very cool. Unexpected. Expect the unexpected.
You got children's, men's, and women's, and those are all very competitive. They're already taken. I thought I would shoot for doing drag queen collection pieces. I'm very close with the drag queen house called the House of Paradisco. And I do lots of their costumes, and they call me Nanny Mccabe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sometimes I pull random stuff out of my bag, and so they got the idea, oh my gosh, she's like Mary Poppins.
Can you describe some of your iconic drag costumes?
We had done a sketch of this gown that would look like total and complete flames. The phoenix had started, burned, turned to ashes, and was reborn again as a phoenix. There was the soda can snake dress, and so you can imagine there's 600 scales and my mom punched 4 holes in each, so you take 4 times 600 and that's how many holes she punched for me to sew it onto the dress. That was another iconic look as well.
I believe you've done some Disney stuff, right?
I've done my own sort of version of a Maleficent remake.
Okay.
My sort of version of Glenn Close's Cruella. And then there was Tinkerbell for Drew. I also did Mad Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone.
Oh yeah, you already are starting well off with your fashion career. What is like the ultimate goal for you?
You can't design for money, it's art for art's sake. So I like to say design for design's sake. Well, I don't need to make millions, I don't need to be like completely well known. Just having that sort of inspiration to have a drag queen on the cover of Vogue would be absolutely like my best achievement and goal, I can say.
If you'd like to check out more of Blake's designs or put in a personal order, you can check them up on facebook.com/House of Couture. Until then, I'm Rio Barber. We'll see you next time.